Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
We're back together.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
From the dead.
I know. Welcome back from the dead. Well, you know, everything's bigger in Texas, and I think that they mean the flu, too, because that's what Texas gave me.
Today is the first day I've seen Kristin in like 2 weeks.
For real.
Literally. Yeah.
So it was going around the conference, apparently. I was unaware. And a lot of Ohio was getting it. Mm-hmm. So I really want to know, like, what person gave it to me.
There's a ground zero person somewhere.
There's a ground zero.
What
I'd like to know.
Patient A or patient...
Yeah. You know when they have this, like...
zero, that's what it is.
Those shows zero. And they, like... Brrr, like they show you like, oh, that's when you picked it up. Like, you know, like CSI.
A CSI. Yes.
I want to know what moment I picked it up because it was the nastiest thing I've ever had in my whole life. And when I say the flu, I feel like people think it's like gastrointestinal. No.
So just to be clear, and this drives me nuts when people say that they have the flu and they're throwing up. That is not
like
actually
norovirus.
The flu. That is a norovirus or something else with your stomach. The flu is not stomach and intestinal related.
This was body aches,
crazy,
chills, night sweats.
You said it was like the worst
headache.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a migraine.
You probably did from what you were telling me.
If that's what a migraine is, I don't ever, I feel so sorry for you when you get one.
Knock on wood, it's been a minute since I've had one.
Danny even offered hardcore drugs.
I did.
And I almost accepted.
Well, I said I was shocked.
And then she told me what it was.
Yeah, and she didn't
And I'm
want
like,
it.
oh, no, thanks.
But I did give you Excedrin migraine, which, to be honest, I don't really know that
Which I think,
helps.
by the way, I did not let me sleep.
Well, because it's pure caffeine.
But I haven't slept in days. Like, I don't think I've slept
since.
Oh,
no. It's pure caffeine, Excedrin migraine. But she was... So to know Kristin is to love her, she refuses to take like any real drugs. Like when I say real drugs, I'm referring to like ibuprofen
and Tylenol,
right? Like
Motrin.
That is excessive for her. So,
but you know, in my defense, that I never take it because I took so much in the last 5 days that now my liver and kidneys are probably going to die.
Yes. Like don't drink any alcohol for like a week or two.
It sounds so gross.
I'm having a glass of wine for both of us, but.
That and coffee. And, you know, it wasn't stomach related, but no food sounds good.
Well, when you are sick like that, you don't have an appetite.
No, I did not.
But I was kind of laughing. So I knew she was like for real sick because one, she was willing to take Motrin and Tylenol, which she never does. But two, my joke is always like, she'll be like, I'm not sick. Meanwhile, she's hacking up a lung, coughing everywhere. I have laryngitis. No, you don't. You're legit sick. And she'll be like, I'm not sick. And she wanders around the market and she comes over and talks to me and she comes to my house and I'm like, stay away. And this time she was for real away.
I was really sick.
I knew she was really sick because she didn't
I knew I was getting it when we came home. And I like fixed the kids' dinner. I did some laundry. I climbed in bed. I'm like, just nobody get near me because I don't think I feel good. Mm-hmm. And then it just was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yesterday I started to feel like I was alive. And today I'm back to normal.
Yeah, but I even bet you, like I was saying, you'll be tired today. Like it's, you know, it's like your first day back, like functioning again.
Yeah, I'm going to need to go home. Maybe I'll sleep tonight.
You might.
I hope.
That's exciting.
That'd be really nice because I'm tired. I am tired.
Did you change your sheets?
Oh, we've changed our. I had to change them because I kept sweating through them. Yeah. Like it wasn't even like it was an option.
People oftentimes forget to change their sheets when they're sick and change your toothbrush.
Oh, threw them away.
Yep.
Believe me, there is no going anywhere.
You know what else I heard is going around that just reminded me, and this I've had it once as an adult and it's terrible, is strep throat. I heard it's going around really bad for adults. Yes. And I had it one time as an adult. And it was like
you were the one that carried it, right?
No,
Weren't you the Liv was. See, I was the carrier.
Liv had no symptoms, and we all just kept getting sick.
Yeah, that's how it was in our house.
And it was her. We figured it out because we ended up testing her, and she tested positive for it.
Yeah.
But as an adult, that was like the worst thing I've ever been through.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant thing, but so many people got it.
It's going around and on the news they're saying it too, like influenza A, influenza.
And it was A. So the only reason I say that I didn't get tested, but
no, you had
the person that I'm pretty sure I got it from was a young person that I checked their forehead with my wrist, and she went straight to the urgent care and she had A. So I'm pretty sure it was A. So it doesn't even matter. Just hi, Olivia.
Olivia just got home from a workout from softball. Softball season is officially starting in our house.
Basketball season's almost over.
Liv and I were discussing this in the car the other day. Basketball season feels like it's the longest season of all the sports.
And they're so
That's what I heard.
Oh my gosh. Like,
they're not good.
no, they're like literally the worst.
I heard
the
it's
JV
not a
team
good
might be better than the
situation.
varsity
I did
team.
hear that as well.
It's not good.
Oh.
It's not a
Yeah,
fun
I do.
fun
I feel
thing.
like basketball, like Olivia's boyfriend plays basketball.
But I feel like they make it this way.
they do. It's so long. Like we were talking about it, and girls and boys varsity, they kind of finish in the same week, which is
Nice.
coming up soon. But it has been going
Tournaments,
on
the
forever.
15th.
Is that their last?
Yes,
Like, then they're done.
And apparently, Brandon, the basketball coach's wife's having a baby the end of February, so they really timed that
they
one
timed
well.
that perfectly.
I wonder if Campbell even knows that. He sent me a text today. So, they want to have the basketball banquet.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways,
yes.
but he said I need to have it after my wife has her baby, the end of February. I'm like, you better hope your wife doesn't have her baby early.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is crazy how long basketball season is. I don't know. I feel like it's really long. Like softball season, games don't start until the beginning of April, and we only go till like I think mid-May with games.
Really?
Yeah, I mean
'cause
they're
school
starting.
ends.
School's over.
That's
so I mean
nice.
they're doing workouts now, and they'll start real practices in probably end of February, beginning of March. But still, it's like not nearly what basketball is. And volleyball isn't. I don't know. I don't feel like volleyball's that
Yeah,
long.
basketball really
I
does
just
seem
feel
like
like
the
it's
longest sport.
And maybe it's because it's like over the holidays, so it's like before the end of the year, and then it goes through the holidays, and then it's after. I don't know. I just feel like it's.
They go right into lacrosse, so lacrosse starts
yeah.
soon.
But we were just discussing. I don't know if it's because this has been like actually a real winter for the first time in quite a few years. I am over it. I am done with the cold weather.
I would like it to end, but it's not going to.
Oh,
so
gosh,
we can't even
no.
say that.
So, no, I mean,
but I still have my Christmas up in case anybody
So
wondered.
I was gonna like make fun of you, but I felt bad because you've been
No,
sick.
because I said I would have had everything down this weekend because I needed to not do Christmas till report. I have this whole like structure till report forms were turned in. Mm-hmm. Those are turned in. So this weekend I would have done all the
that was
Christmas.
your Christmas.
Couldn't do that. Nor did I care.
Well, you were so sick.
But let me tell you the one commercial I've seen, and I couldn't watch because it hurt my eyes. I've listened to every like commercial known to man. Do you know how much food they advertise on commercials? A lot. But do you know the most #1 played commercial right now?
What?
The Pandora store, the bracelet, because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, that makes sense.
I do not like your commercial, Pandora. I'm never going to get a free bracelet from them advertising.
They are not sponsoring our podcast.
Their commercial has an underlined tone that sounds like your phone is vibrating. So when you hear this commercial in the next 2 weeks before Valentine's Day, listen for it. It's like on the underlined tone of the Pandora commercial. You'll see what I mean when you listen.
Impression.
But every time I thought my phone was vibrating, but it was just the commercial.
This would have been a great opportunity for you to listen to a book.
Oh, I would have been.
That's what I should have given you my Audible login.
I've seen so many Hallmarks.
Yeah.
I've watched so much
You
news.
should have watched that show. You need to watch that show.
I do,
If
but I
anyone
need to be
needs
able
a
to
new
watch.
show, yeah, you do have to pay attention.
With my eyeballs.
But if anybody needs a new show, Landman. It's
Maybe
on
we'll watch it
Paramount.
tonight.
It's by the creators of Yellowstone. It's real. We liked it better than Yellowstone, to be honest.
Yeah,
We really,
I'm
really
curious.
liked
I
it.
want to see it.
And then we started another one last night. We started Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. So far, meh.
Sly,
yeah.
Oh, I was going to use my new app, my Cockatoo, whatever it is.
All that, and she forgot to use the app.
Shoot. I accidentally bought something that cost
the
a lot of
cock app.
money. The Cockatoo. It's like a bird. So right
In case
here,
you were wondering what a cockatoo is.
It's transcribing exactly what we say. So it heard you say that, Danna, and it's
that word
transcribing. So it's this great new app that I found that has really high reviews. And apparently, hi Parker, we see you. He's promoting Spark Expo for Ohio 4-H, apparently with his T-shirt in the background. It said a free trial. Well, like it didn't have me enter my credit card, so I didn't think. I don't know what I thought, but I didn't think it was actually going to charge me, not thinking that it was linked through Apple.
So it did charge. Okay, so this makes sense because today he said, "Do you know what this is that I got charged for?" And I said, "I have no idea." And he said, "Well, do you think Kristin would know?" I said, "Normally, I would say anything with a funny name like that is probably like
Spam.
junk, spam."
No, this is legit.
I said, "But with Kristin, you never know, so we should probably check." And sure enough,
So maybe they'll give me my money back. if we're talking about the app.
Let's see if,
Anyways.
maybe they'll sponsor us. Somebody sponsor us. Does anyone know anyone that wants to sponsor us? This is so sad.
Fire and Frosting cupcakes.
Someone
they come
was
through for us.
asking, they were like, how long have you been doing this? And I'm like, 3 years. Like
We
3
haven't actually
years.
tried to get sponsors.
No, we've not. But 3 years, and we still like don't even know how to do half the stuff.
But listen,
like,
our
we really should
listenership
know.
is so good.
We think it's so good. We're not 100% sure.
It's so good.
We think. If anyone is really good at this, if you could let us know, that would be great.
Do you want them to tell us if we're good at
I
this?
don't know. Like, tell me how to find out if I have a lot of listeners. I don't know.
So we know Bill already looked up.
well,
our
I know how
podcast
many
is-
downloads I can.
But no. But he looked up like in the scheme of podcasts,
Yes.
we're like in the top 10% of all podcasts.
Which is good. I mean, I feel like that's kind of impressive if you think
Watch
about
out,
it.
Cat and Nat. Here we come.
We're coming for you.
Different segments.
A little bit.
Of
I think they talk about a
listeners.
little like dirtier stuff.
We
than
can't talk
do.
about those things because our moms listen and our great uncles.
Yes, this is true. Yeah, that is also true. Well, maybe he's listening. Hi, Tom, if you're listening.
Hi, Uncle Rick.
There. So sometimes I talk about things and I forget who's listening. Like
You know who would sponsor our podcast? He's an avid listener. Cameron Reinhardt. He owns a great coffee company, and I bet he would sponsor us.
What kind of coffee is it? Like coffee beans? Does he
Coffee
sell?
beans and whole. We sold them actually in the market.
Oh, really?
But we sell another local one.
Yeah.
Rural Beans Roastery. Everybody should check them out. They're actually offering a Valentine's special right now.
That's exciting.
Cameron, I'm going to give you this one for free. The next one is on you.
Good luck. But sometimes I talk about things and then the next day someone will be like, oh, I heard your podcast. Like when you were running through New York City and you really had to go to the bathroom. And it was really uncomfortable having that conversation in person with Bill's uncle. But
Oh, nothing like Uncle Tom.
well,
like
it's
he
not
doesn't
because it's Uncle Tom,
care.
so it wasn't uncomfortable because I
Yeah.
know him, but so I wasn't. But I was thinking, it got me thinking to like, wow, I really should probably watch what I say.
Oh, I have a conversation
like,
that can take this
inappropriate
to the next
things.
level.
Go ahead.
So Campbell had to give in her English comp class, they had to like write these essays,
Mm-hmm.
but they had to give a speech about whether they should write an essay about the topic. And so I'm like, Campbell, why don't you just write about urinary calculi? Because our RAM just like had urinary
Like,
calculi.
why? Kristen, what is wrong?
Well,
with
she had to have 3 short stories and she knows everything about it. So it would have been just like really easy to spit it out, which it was. So then her teacher, who finds her livestock related issues really funny, said that she needed to give a presentation to the class about
Stop
urinary
it.
calculi. So she had to do that today. And I'm like, Campbell, what did you tell them? Did you tell them that they had to cut the end of his pizzle off?
No.
And she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, everybody would think I'm weird.
So you are not doing this child any favors, by the way. But
So funny.
do you know that I didn't even know like we would buy the dogs their bully sticks, and I didn't
That's a
know.
pizzle.
Yeah, I know now, but like I did
It's
not
the
know.
sheath, it's the lining
Yeah,
that
we
the
don't need to
penis
get into
travels
detail.
through.
All right. Like I'm allowed to say cock if you're allowed to talk about this.
Well, pizzle is the proper terminology.
Well, I was just referring to the name of the app.
Cockatoo
All right. Well,
or
I'm
teal.
just
Is
saying.
it two or teal? I don't even know.
Well, they're not going to sponsor us if we can't figure out the name of their app. But anyways, whatever. I'm just saying.
So anyways, that was kind of funny because I'm like, Campbell, did you? She's like, no.
Poor Campbell. Poor Campbell.
She liked it.
Oh,
She was
gosh.
fine.
She's a
She
good
doesn't
daughter.
care. And she said, Mom, no one asked me one single question.
Really?
No,
Oh,
nothing.
I would have thought that would have like generated.
She said
some
they just looked at
questions.
me and I think they were all like shocked.
That is interesting.
Now, if she had talked about cockatoos or something like that, I'm sure there
Yeah.
would have been a lot of funny
That is quite
comments.
interesting. I'm trying to think like what else you missed while you were under the weather. I don't know. What did I do? Oh, Tom and I, we were laughing. So we've decided we have no friends, my husband and I.
Well, that's sad. Do you really care?
Well, I cared.
bored?
Yeah, we were bored this weekend. We ate dinner together, just the two of us on Friday night. We ordered
Well, that's
sushi.
nice.
But
That's
we
fun.
it was actually very nice, but we were laughing because we really only hang out with like 2 couples, like you guys and our friends Carrie and Andy. And they were busy this weekend and you guys were sick and miserable human beings. So
Well, Bill was at the rodeo with Jack.
yeah, but either way, I mean, whatever. Either way, you were not hanging out with anyone.
No.
And so we were like, we have no friends. We have nothing to do. This is so sad.
This
Friday
is when you
and-
date your spouse.
Well, we don't want to.
No. Well, sounds like you did.
We did. We stayed home. But
and
it
you
was,
love ordering sushi.
we haven't done that in a really long time. And it was great because Liv asked her boyfriend to the dance. And it was the girls, what's it called? Sadie Hawkins. Yeah, so girls asked the boys.
Where did it say that it was a Sadie Hawkins?
I have no idea. I think some of the girls made this up, to be honest. But she asked him, they have these signs, which, to be clear, I find to be so stupid. Because we didn't have that when we were growing up.
No, it is a bit excessive, but her sign was cute, and so was her costume.
So she wore a costume. She dressed up. We have a taco costume that I think Sam wore when he was in like 3rd grade. So it really did not fit her, but it was fine. And he likes Baja Blast from Taco Bell.
What is the Baja Blast?
It's like
Taco
a
Bell.
Mountain Dew.
We love you. I love the Mexi Melts.
Oh, you are really trying for this sponsorship.
You can order it off label.
A Baja Blast is like a Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's a drink.
It's a drink. Yeah.
Oh, it's a drink.
Yeah, it's a drink that you can only get at Taco Bell.
Oh.
And so I got home from work on Friday, and he plays basketball, and so her and her friends were going to the basketball game. And her other friend, Maria, her boyfriend also plays basketball. And so they were getting ready at our house. And so Olivia dressed up like a taco, and her sign said it would be a Baja Blast if you went to the dance with me.
That was cute.
It was very cute. And but she needed the Baja Blast, so I had to drive to Mayfield to get Taco Bell for her. And then I was like, well, I'm already driving there. Let's just order sushi. So that's how we ended up with sushi. But her friends, she dressed up like a cow, and she had the sign that says "Eat More Chicken," like from Chick-fil-A. And her sign said like it would be so fun to take this chick to the dance or something. It was cute.
Yeah,
it was very
cute too.
They were creative. But I just find the whole thing to be kind of cheesy.
It is interesting that there's so much, but I mean, I guess at least the kids are being creative. They're practicing their marketing skills.
Way to really look at that glass half full.
I mean, I like that.
Yeah.
More impressive. Cute. Let's talk about Sam and his STEM fair.
Thank you. That is more impressive. So Sam won 3rd place in the Geauga County. No, it's the Kiwanis, West Geauga. I don't know exactly what it is, but there was a STEM fair. So he won 3rd place, and it was from like all middle and high school ages. So
huge.
It was kind of a big deal. And we found out he won 2nd place in the math competition.
Wow.
Yes. So it was very exciting. He's very mad though, because he's like, I thought I was going to win some money. And we're like,
he didn't win anything.
We don't know. We can't find any like details on it.
So I was big into the science fair, but then there's a state science fair. So I wonder if they get to advance on.
So when I read about it before, when we first signed him up, it said something that, okay, if you qualify, like, but like, they have not even said anything to him at school about it. We have not. So we were actually not there for the final judging. Like we had left, and he was notified after that he won, but we haven't. I was notified because one of the girls I know from Leadership Geauga happens to also be in Kiwanis and a part of the STEM fair. And she texted me to tell me. And we found out about the math, that he won math, because Olivia's friend Sammy was there. And she found out that he won, she was there when they announced it. And so we were like, well, that's weird. Like they haven't really notified him at all. So we don't, I'm sure they will, but
maybe it's because he's in the middle school.
It could be. We just haven't gotten any like real details on it, but we are super excited for him. So he did not really want to do this, so I kind of forced him into it.
His board looked good.
It looked great. He did all of it himself. Like he thought of it himself. It was great.
He's got a little workshop running up there in his room.
He does. He's got his 3D printer ready to go. So he's really enjoying this 3D printer. So thought it would have maybe died out by now, but I
don't think it's dying based on the new setup you got going on in there.
No, it is not. So it's fun. But that's what we did all week. We did nothing all weekend. Joey had a basketball game. It was a very nice weekend.
The kids went to Kalahari with junior leaders. Jack rode his bull. My husband, for Valentine's Day, bought me 4 brand new tires because he decided to do a little off-roading.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Still not sure how this happened.
4 new tires?
We had to get 4.
I thought you only needed 1.
Well, you can't just get 1. And then if you get 2, then in 10,000 miles, we needed more.
Yeah, and then you're going to not keep track of it.
In my new car that I have hardly even driven. But now I have 4 brand new tires. But he somehow took a little topsy-turvy oopsie-doopsie and hit a curb on the...
he must have really hit that
What's that thing called? The toll road.
Yeah,
the toll road, whatever that's called.
On the turnpike.
Turnpike.
Yeah.
So, flat tire. But he did change his tire. I was very impressed. So that worked out well.
Apparently, he struggled with it, but he did it.
He struggled with it? I thought he had it easy.
He had to call... He couldn't get it off. He had to call Tom. I don't know why he called Tom. Like, what was Tom going to do from all that far away?
He didn't tell me that.
Yeah, but he got it. He did.
We did change. I saw
will
the
make
donut.
fun of Bill if I can, but on this one, he actually did do it himself.
Yeah, so that was a real exciting thing. Yeah. And I don't know. I think that's about it. So
yeah, and well, you'll have more next week when you're back in living your life.
Week. Well, next week I'm in Palm Beach, Florida. Palm Beach, California. Palm Springs, California.
Yes.
Yeah. Can't wait for that one. Actually, it is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been before, but I'm always afraid that it's on the fault line that we're going to get like a giant earthquake and I'm going to fall into the ocean.
Well, at least you won't be sick because you already got that out of the way.
Yeah. It'll be fun. It's a beautiful place. Until next time, friends, we're mismatched.